going blind. I'm walking blind here. Okay, so I'm working on the blueprint. Look at this. I just changed it yesterday from roadmap to blueprint. Okay, categories of infrastructure and this. And I say that I'm walking blind because that's exactly what I feel it's going on. I'm making this video to hear myself talk and try to make sense and structure the old ideas and the fragments and the darkness that try to make something but it does not. Okay, I know this is extremely powerful. What I'm building here, it's a revolutionary. We have no category for this. We're defining something. We're doing for software what Steve Jobs did for the computer. But to put it in words and focus and simplify and bring coherence to the Jesus. So, should we take a whiteboard? No. Let's do it like this. Okay. I'm writing blueprint. Blueprint. The website, as it is, it's for clinicians, independent clinicians. This is the persona, avatar, ICP. The entire website is addressed. Okay. And because of that, I have the partner strategic narrative, which is a contextual, secondary, if you want, and more specific part of the big narrative, of the mission, of the cause. Okay, the protagonist right here, the protagonist is the individual, the independent. The antagonist is industrial logic. And for the master narrative, this is what we talk about. We have the independent, the founder, the professional, the freelancer, fighting against and standing up to industrial logic. This platform we're building, the digital infrastructure we're building, is to empower the independent to navigate the 21st century digital world without sacrificing autonomy. That's nice and all, but that's more for the design team, for the O21P team. It's for us to design, create, build, define, strategize, whatever. Okay, this is the master narrative we need to articulate what the fuck we're doing. Now, for the partner strategic narrative, for the master narrative, protagonist, antagonist, the problem we're trying to address is the fact that the independent is converted into an operator. That's the problem. And the answer to that problem is build infrastructure, empower them, using technology, using software to navigate the 21st century digital world without sacrificing autonomy. Okay? And with software that creates capacity and creates coherence, absorbs complexity through design, that's our answer. That's how we empower them to navigate the 21st century digital world without sacrificing their autonomy. Okay? Nice, beautiful, beautiful. Now, the root problem, now, for the partner strategic narrative, the root problem is that the thing that they face and they recognize in their world at the moment, something that's true, real, urgent, important, is that to create operational capacity, modern practice requires the independent clinician is pushed to give away autonomy. That's the root problem the partner, the independent clinician, faces. And to answer that problem, we have a diagnosis. Our diagnosis is there is no foundation, and that gap is filled by substitutes. Okay. Nice and beautiful until now, but I'm still in darkness. I need clarity, I need focus, and I need one thing we tackle, one single problem, one single thing. Because we can talk about this being the problem, that to create operational capacity, modern practice requires the independent clinician is forced to give away autonomy, and our diagnosis is that that happens because no digital foundation exists, and that gap gets filled by substitutes. If we make this the primary problem we're trying to solve, the answer is simple. Build one platform, address the fragmentation problem, solved. But that's not it. We're not just building a workspace to address the fragmentation problem. What we want to do, what we truly want to do, is create an alternative for industrial logic, and that alternative is human scale logic. Okay, because this is the scenario: multiple apparent solutions, existing options, okay, all sorts of things that can be read through two routes, default routes, through two patterns, accumulation, consolidation, but those two have the same structural outcome because they have one logic, and that logic is industrial logic, and that logic requires autonomy. Okay, standardize stuff, make templates, and the best. Standardization, which takes away autonomy. That's how it works. Okay, what we want to do is build an alternative to that industrial logic. Capacity, uh, um, a way for capacity to be created without requiring to give up autonomy. A capacity, a way for to create capacity without having to standardize everything. And in the digital world, that's possible. That's possible through software, that's possible to this apparent intelligence systems that are able to organize, manage large systems, to create that operational capacity managed by this intelligent systems. No, I'm not making it easier in any way. Still in darkness. Okay. I'm saying this because, okay, if we address make this our if we make this problem diagnosis response the main thing we talk about, we become a SaaS platform trying to solve fragmentation. But in order to do that, to be able to do that, we have to create the entire reframe from business as an entity to be operated by people with designated roles, shift that towards the independent as an author of a personal system, which happens to be a practice. But to do that, to work on that, this doesn't fit. Talking about there is no foundation does not fit. And doesn't fit because, okay, there are layers to the problem. Surface layer, symptoms, I don't know, a bit more deep. And this, okay, you have, let's say, problems, that you have tools, apps, you have platforms, and another platform has foundations. And if we build a digital foundation and infrastructure, it still doesn't solve the problems, because what we need to change to truly make a difference is something even deeper, which is the logic. Okay, it doesn't have to work. Capacity needs to be created not through industrial logic. And if we change this, we work on this, the foundation, okay, foundation, infrastructure, platforms, apps, whatever, everything disappears because we change this. Yeah, that's why I cannot work. Oh, Jesus! I'm tired. I was on the construction site today. 4 hours. And now I said I got some after what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, almost 6 hours of sleep, full day in the construction site, and after the commute I said, oh, have some brain power. Let's work a bit more on the blueprint page. I was I started yesterday. $15 minutes. Okay. What should I do? What can I do? This is the easy part. Doing this, working at the level of the foundation, infrastructure, platform, apps, modules, tools, and so on. This is easy because, as I said, this addresses the problem, the fragmentation problem, and that's easy. Yeah, it's a lot of work trying to position ourselves in the market and so on and so on. It's easy, it's tangible, and I can go very far. But it's not what we need to work on. This is not the most important thing. Most important thing is to surface, bring the concept of human scale logic as the foundational philosophy, logic of all things. But if we surface that, what is the thing I'm presenting to the people, to the partners? I need to talk about the personal system, okay, because it's part of the reframing. But that's so unclear and undefined, so just at a conceptual level, nothing tangible, nothing that I can present. Okay, this is what we're doing. Come join, let's do this together. Have to think about this. Need to take a break.